Today we remember Saint Henry, Duke of Bavaria. He was born in 972, baptized and formed by Saint Wolfgang, a bishop of Ratisbon. He wanted to instill in him the virtues befitting a great sovereign. And Henry's father died when he was 23 years old. And then at 23, St. Henry assumed the paternal title of Duke of Bavaria. And it was at this time that he married Cunegundus, who, like himself, is today a canonized saint. They both observed perfect chastity all their lives, and they contended with each other in their zeal and their love for their subjects. One night, St. Henry had a dream that he saw his dear deceased master, St. Wolfgang, who had told him to read the words written on the wall. And after 6 is what he saw. And he supposed that this meant that he would die in 6 months. And after that didn't occur, he thought, well, maybe in 6 years. So he prepared himself for that eventuality by giving generous alms and initiating other good works. At the end of the 6th year, he found the prediction verified in an unexpected way by his election as Emperor and King of Germany on the first day of the year 1002. And it was an archbishop who consecrated him emperor on July 8th of that same year. So being trained in the fear of God, he ascended the throne with only one thought, that of reigning for God's greater glory. And by his combination of Christian, royal, and military virtues, he proved that a good king is a true gift of heaven. And he prayed often and meditated on the law of God constantly. And, to be armed against pride, he practiced humility in all circumstances, and he never let himself be fascinated by human glory. The pagan Slavs were then plundering the empire, and he provided for the reparation of the Episcopal churches of 6 dioceses. He had these churches had almost been entirely destroyed by the invaders, and threatened by an army of one of these, he prayed to the patron of the ruined church of Merseburg, saying, Great Saint Lawrence, illustrious martyr of Jesus Christ, if by your assistance I can submit these barbaric nations to the Christian religion, I will, with the help of God, reestablish in its original dignity this church consecrated to your honor. And he prayed again before the battle, invoking 3 martyrs, and then he attacked the invaders with a small force. But an angel and the 3 martyrs that he prayed to were seen leading his troops, and the heathen troops just simply fled in despair. And Poland and Bohemia, Moravia and Burgundy were annexed to his kingdom, and Pannonia and Hungary were one for the church. So with when the faith was secure in Germany, Henry passed on to Italy and drove out the anti-pope and brought Benedict the Eighth back to Rome. And he was crowned in St. Peter's Basilica by that pontiff in 1014. And it was Henry's custom to, on arriving to any town, to spend his first night in prayer in some church dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary. And as he was praying in St. Mary Major's during his first night upon his arrival in Rome, he saw the sovereign and eternal priest child Jesus enter to say Mass with St. Lawrence and St. Vincent, who assisted as deacon and subdeacon, and there were countless saints that filled the church, and angels sang in the choir, and after the gospel, an angel was sent by Our Lady to Henry in order for him to kiss the sacred gospels. And touching him lightly on the thigh, the angel said, "Accept this sign of God's love for your chastity and your justice." And from that time on, the emperor always limped. So sometimes you may hear him referred to as Henry the Lame. But, St. Henry employed the fruits of his conquest in the service of the temple, imitating King David, the royal prophet king, and all of his forests and mines in his empire, all of the best resources of his treasury, which he could provide, were consecrated to the sanctuary. And there were stately cathedrals and noble monasteries and many churches that enlightened and sanctified the once heathen lands that he now possessed. And in 1014, as he lay on his deathbed, he gave back to her parents, his wife, St. Cunegundis, a virgin still. As a virgin, he had received her from Christ. And at the age of 52, he surrendered his pure soul to God. But, we pray to St. Henry today that politicians may follow his example and be God-fearing men and women who will be more concerned with what God thinks than what the polls or the public think or desire.